Previously on Pokemon Crimson and Ivy, we bumped into Team Shade, an organization in the Okkona region that feels like they're probably up to no good. We also found a couple of Okkonan-formed Pokemon and battled a couple of gym leaders, before catching a glimpse of a mysterious unknown Pokemon that flew off into the distance. What's gonna happen next? Watch this episode to find out, and like and subscribe for more episodes.
Come on, Lila, hurry up. I think it went this way.
I saw which way it went, Finley. I'm not stupid. Oh, what's this? A couple of munchkins hanging outside the Sharhurst gym? You two must be trainers. Do you think you could help us? We were looking for a Pokemon that just flew by in this direction. Did you see anything like that? Aw, are you sure? Surely a couple of cuties like yourselves could have seen something. Here, let me try and refresh your memory. This is the Pokemon we're looking for. It's known as Monochrome Dragonite. It's a special form of Dragonite that only appears in the Okkona region and is a dragon psychic type. Do you think you've seen anything like this?
Listen, lady, do you think if we saw a Pokemon that cool, that we'd tell you? You don't even look remotely good enough to be able to catch that thing, even if we did see something like that.
Why, you little... Someone ought to teach you a lesson on respecting your elders. Finley, put these twerps in their place.
As you wish, Lila. Get ready to experience the incredible power of a Team Shade admin. Since there's two of you here, I'll take you on at the same time in a double battle. That way I can beat you to a pulp twice as fast. Allow me to introduce Antilost, the Skull Pokemon. Antilost evolves from Tykel, starting at level 25, and when it does, it gains the Ghost type. Due to parts of this Pokemon's body resembling a skeleton, many people in olden times were terrified of Antilost, thinking it was a walking corpse. Whilst not actually undead, it still possesses many ghostly abilities that it could use to utterly terrify little pipsqueaks like you two. And this is Monochrome Rotom, my very own Monochrome Pokemon. These are rare forms of Pokemon that can only appear here in Okkona, and can only be caught by the strongest of trainers, such as myself. Monochrome Rotom is also an electric normal type in this form, just like how the way I'm about to crush you two is only a normal day at work for me. Now Rotom, Antilost, go! Take out these fools! What? Did I actually lose? How? You two are a couple of twerps! How did you beat me?
Finley, you're useless! Now step aside before you make things even worse! It looks like I'm going to have to handle these disrespectful little kids myself. In case you haven't figured it out by now, I'm the Team Shade admin with some actual muscle, and I don't show mercy to anyone. Not even little runts like you. Meet the instrument of your demise, my lovely Monochrome Milotic. This gorgeous Pokemon is an upgrade of the original Milotic in every way. It's stronger, it becomes part ghost type, and that beautiful blue on its body just pops so wonderfully, don't you think? My favorite part about it, though, is that this Milotic loves to take down anyone who stands in its way. Now go, you Shadow Ball, and take out these weaklings! I don't believe this. How could you possibly beat me? Why, you snot-nosed, ungrateful, insufferable little brats! How dare you treat a lady that way?
You really are gonna get it now, you little pipsqueaks. I've just phoned the boss, and now he's on his way to come deal with you himself.
Oh, the boss is coming. Oh, great idea, Finley! Now these kids can truly experience a world of hurt. And look, here he comes now.
So, you're the ones who've been giving my admin some trouble, are you? I must say, I'm most impressed. Finley and Lila are my best recruits, but you seem to have dealt with them no problem. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Grage, and I am the leader of the Team Shade organization. We specialize in obtaining the rarest Pokemon Okkona has to offer, and plan to use them to make Okkona better than before. That doesn't sound bad, does it? In fact, it seems like the kind of aspiration that you two would be suited perfectly for. So what do you say? Would you like to join Team Shade and help us make Okkona into a better place? Very well, you have made your choice. Now you have no excuse but to blame yourselves when you are given the retribution you deserve. Just remember, this is the fate that you chose for yourself. Go, Luxray! As I'm sure you've never seen one before, I would like to introduce you to Monochrome Luxray. Monochrome Pokemon have long been my favorites, ever since they were first discovered, and Monochrome Luxray might just be my favorite of them all. It is far superior to a standard Luxray, and it even gains the Dark type in this form. It even has a new ability, known as X-Ray Specs, which causes it to move last when using a non-priority move, but it allows the user to see what move their opponent is about to use. So unfortunately for you, I already know every move you're about to make. Now go, Luxray! Use Thunderbolt and eliminate these meddlesome fools! My power is simply too much for you. You never stood a chance. I gave you the opportunity to join Team Shade and make Okkona a better place, and you chose otherwise. So naturally, you suffered the consequences. Make no mistake though, this time I've simply let you off with a warning. Attempt to get in our way again, and the results won't be so merciful.
Yeah, take that, you twerps! And don't ever try to mess with us again.
I can't believe we lost. These guys honestly feel a little more dangerous than I thought they were. And what was all that stuff about monochrome Pokemon? Never in my life, not a single page of Bulbapedia has written anything about them, and every single one of them had one like it was no big deal, like we're just a modern Rattata, or Pidgey, or Spearow, or anything like that. I think we should head back to Okerton. Talk to my Uncle Forrest about this. If anyone knows anything about these monochrome Pokemon, it's gotta be him! Plus, I think we should let him know that Team Shade aren't just a bunch of troublemakers. It seems like they could be planning something bad. Come on, let's go! There's no time! There's no time to waste!
This episode of Pokemon Crimson and Ivy is being brought to you by my merch store. My merch really helps a lot in being able to produce high quality videos and series like this, and the merch itself is also really cool. We've got plushies of some of my Fakemon, and even booster packs for a TCG I'm working on, featuring my Fakemon as well. It's pretty cool stuff, it's all really high quality, and you can check it all out with the link in the description. And like I said, grabbing something immensely supports the channel and this series as well. So give that a look, and thanks for checking it out, and now let's get back to the episode.
Cole, Clover, Connor! My goodness, what a surprise. I didn't expect to see you back in Okerton anytime soon. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, we were in Charhurst when this really weird Pokemon passed us by, and Team Shade were chasing it, we got into a battle with them, and they were using this weird Pokemon that they were calling Monochrome Pokemon? They were chasing what they said was a Monochrome Dragonite, and it was going choo, choo, bing, bang, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do Uncle Forrest? And everybody was like super nervous, but I was super calm. Connor's got this. Let's go talk to my Uncle Forrest, regroup, and we'll figure it all out. So, I was just wondering, is there anything that you know about it?
So you've spotted some monochrome Pokemon, have you? Well, this certainly is interesting. Monochrome Pokemon are actually my current focus of research, and are also one of the reasons I came to Okkona in the first place. The reason you've never seen one, Connor, is because these kinds of Pokemon are extremely rare. They are unusual variants of regular Pokemon species, whose signature trait is that they are all largely grey in color, or are monochrome, as they've officially been named. In addition to their color, the appearance of these Pokemon changes as well, and they all have a different type or type combination compared to their standard forms. They're also thought to be stronger as well, so you can probably imagine how they caught my attention as the current subject of my research.
Right, that's exactly what I was thinking, Uncle Forrest. So, if these are like weird mutations of regular Pokemon, what exactly changes their appearance?
Well, this is part of my research that still needs some more work, as I do not have all the answers at the present moment. But what I do know is it's tied to a mysterious substance known as the monochrome gene. This substance seems to contain some kind of genetic code that can change a Pokemon's physical makeup when it's exposed to it. Not all Pokemon respond to it, but some will change form immediately upon being given the gene, while others change into these monochrome forms after they've also leveled up and evolved. The other interesting thing is that it seems to be a permanent form change, so once a Pokemon is given the monochrome gene and changes into its monochrome form, it will permanently stay that way and cannot change back. It's a very mysterious situation, but so far that seems to be about all we can say for certain.
That's insane. So where does that monochrome gene stuff come from anyway?
That's the big mystery, nobody knows. All we know is that it can only be found in Okkona. I was actually doing some work in the Kanto region before all of this, but when my work was finished there, I caught wind of these monochrome Pokemon and decided to establish a lab down here to investigate.
My thoughts exactly. And you know, now that you mention it, I actually remember Mom and Pops telling me a little about that. And they also said how you basically moved the whole family over here from Kanto, right? I mean, what exactly were you doing over there?
It was nothing, really. It was so long ago that it's not really worth talking about now anyway. Maybe I'll tell you later. We have more pressing matters to attend to right now. And now that you know a little more about my research, maybe you can help me out a little. I have here a sample of the monochrome gene that can transform Pokemon into their monochrome forms. I'd like to give it to you for use during your adventure. If we can experience some more first-hand accounts with it, we might be able to learn more about how it works and where it comes from. There's also a chance you might find samples of your own monochrome gene out in the wild, and you may even run into wild monochrome Pokemon if you're lucky. While I must urge caution if you come across any of these, I also encourage you to gain as much experience with them as you can. There is still so much we don't know about this phenomenon, and it would be a great help to my research.
You can count on me, Uncle Forrest. I'm gonna get me a whole team of monochrome Pokemon. Then you two losers definitely won't be able to stop me!
All right. I'm glad you're excited. Now, if my observations are correct, it looks like you both have 4 gym badges, right? That means you'll want to head off to the city of Limricot next, where you'll be able to challenge the 5th gym. It seems like just yesterday I was sending you off on your own journeys, and now you're already so far along. I'm quite proud of you, I must say, and I know you'll only continue to do great things. Now off you go. Plenty more of Okkona's wonders still await you.
Well, hello there. Welcome to the Limricot Gym. Thanks for taking the time to take a stroll out here. My name's Cliff, and I'm the gym leader around these parts. What's that? You say you're a trainer, are ya? Well, that must mean you're here for a battle. In my gym, we specialize in the ever-solid rock type, unwavering and unflinching. Rock types will never lead you astray. So, do you still think you want to take me on? Ha! I like your attitude. Prepare to meet the strength of my beloved rock types. You're about to get acquainted with a Pokemon that's one of my personal favorites. Go, Gargantumol! This is Gargantumol, the giant mole Pokemon. This little guy, or rather, big guy I should say, is a rock ground type and is absolutely massive. In ancient times, it was said that one of Okkona's mountains just stood up and walked away one day because it was actually a giant Gargantumel. He's even got his own signature ability called Moving Mountains, which increases Gargantumel's speed whenever a move makes direct contact with it. So come on and get some, because Gargantumel is ready to take you down. Well, I'll be. You actually beat me. Looks like you're pretty tough after all. I must admit, I didn't think much of you when you first walked through those gym doors, but you've gone and proved yourself to be a more than capable Pokemon trainer. As a gym leader, it is now my duty to bestow upon you the Corey badge, as official proof that you have defeated this gym. Oh my goodness. It looks like that battle also went and cranked your Pokemon up a notch, cause some of them are about to evolve. Let's take a look. Oh shoot, well congratulations. Your Barcaller has just evolved into Flufferuff. Flufferuff is the final evolution of Okkona's very own grass starter Pokemon, Pupperoot, and it's known as the Fluffy Pokemon. Upon reaching this stage, Flufferuff becomes a grass fairy type and is as loyal as it is strong. In fact, I don't think you could find a Pokemon that fits the role of a starter better than Flufferuff. It looks like it's not just it that's evolving though, so let's take a look at what else we've got. Well, I'll be darned. Your Hiscorch went and evolved as well. This is Pyroboro, the Flame Ring Pokemon. It is the final evolution of Snakindle, and at this stage it also gains a new type, as it becomes a Fire and Ghost type. Pyroboro's flames that run all along its body are said to contain otherworldly entities. It is rumored that they actually house the souls of the opponents that Pyroboro has defeated with its flames. It doesn't look like we're done with these evolutions though, because here comes another one. Let's check it out. My oh my, you done went and evolved your Gallopond. This is Stallionox, the water horse Pokemon. This guy has come a long way from the timid little tot trot that it once was, because as you can probably tell, it does not mess around. Upon reaching this evolution, Stallionox gains the Dark type, and it is officially done with being shy and sheepish. Learning from the times when they were younger and more afraid of the world around them, Stallionox has hardened its resolve and upped its strength to prove to anyone that doubted it that they should never have done so. In fact, it's the kind of Pokemon that seems to grow right alongside their trainer, as they go from newbie to amateur to professional. For this reason, Stallionox is an incredible Pokemon for anyone to have who believed in it and raised it to this point. So there you have it. These are the final evolutions of Okkona's starter Pokemon. They're a pretty good bunch if I do say so myself, and they should prove to be mighty useful as you approach the upper ranks of Okkona's Gym Challenge. Oh, what awaits you past this point, you may ask? Well, if you stick around, you'll find out soon enough.